Pablo, light it up.
I had to buy the Porsche when I was young. Trap, 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 trap. I had to buy the Porsche when I was young. Trap, 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 trap. Got it out the mud, all they ever wanted was a plug. All my niggas thugs, money coming, got it.
What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Check it out. So, Charlo. Hey man, it looked like you guys pretty much got it unanimous around here. I don't think nobody feeling Charlo fight meaning anything concerning Tony Harrison. But of course, we still got all the way till Friday. If somebody out there feel like, Charlo fight did mean something concerning Tony Harrison, drop that comment.
He had a busy year. Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip. Want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy. Niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip. Want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit crazy. Niggas want me to talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it. Shit happens. Niggas want me to talk about it. Fuck how niggas feel. I'ma talk.
Drop that comment, and while you're doing that, hit that subscribe button and that bell next to it. But anyway, it seemed like Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Minds out there, we all looking at this the same way. It seems like none of you guys really believe that fight meant anything concerning Tony Harrison. It didn't make any kind of statement. It didn't, like Jamel got a little hype in that fight. When he said, yeah, Lions only, baby. Charlos are back. I don't think a lot of people agree that beating up Cota meant that the Charlos was back. So, I'm not sure, but, I am hearing the buzz out there where the Charlos fans that's, they're actually saying that it did show something. It showed power. It showed, he showed off his skills, his jab. If you listen to the biased commentary, of course, they acted as if it showed a lot. So, it's not Friday yet. It's just Tuesday, so we still got time to drop some comments. For the guys who have put your comments in there, just know that JB has not responded yet. That's number one. Remember, guys, 150 words or less. JB's always hovering up around there, 125 to 140 words. So, I don't want you guys to start thinking that this is a JB favorite contest. No, we don't favor anyone. But if you guys are putting 35, 40 words and JB's using 140, it's the reason that he's winning most of the time. So, hey guys, again, this station is meant for you guys' viewpoint. And so if we're going to say that Charlo fights mean something, or we're going to say that Charlo fight doesn't mean anything, that's going to come from you guys. It's not going to come from me. And all of you guys decide the stance of this channel. How do you do that? Drop a comment, 150 words or less, and explain to us why this fight doesn't mean anything. Or if you believe it does mean something concerning the Harrison fight, 150 words or less, explain to us why it does mean something. Remember, guys, it's all about facts. My team are going to take your comments, and they have a list of facts that they've come up with. And for every fact that you hit, you score a point. That's it. Just that simple. That's how you win. Win the mastermind. So, guys, be a little more detailed and why you feel like this fight doesn't mean anything for Charlo. Because right now, it seems like that's the stance that we're going to take, but we still need a mastermind. So even though all of you guys agree, we're still going to need to tally up those points. So whoever gets the most points, basically hitting the most facts in their comment, relevant facts to the situation, you guys will win mastermind. And, just to speak more on Charlo, I think that this fight is not totally meaningless. I think that this fight does say some things about Charlo. I did see some of the same deficiencies that I seen Charlo display in the Harrison fight. That's the thing. So, you have a lot of fans out there that say, yeah, he knocked him out, but he was supposed to knock him out. But I still seen him, fall for some of the same counters. I still seen him lunge in there a little sloppily. So when you look at these things, especially against a lower level fighter, and you don't see these adjustments made by Charlo, maybe that's why some people are saying that, this fight didn't mean anything. Not to make any excuses of Charlo, but he knew that Tony Harrison was a tougher fight, but he knew he was going to stop this guy. And when you know that you're going to stop a guy, when you know you're that much better than the guy, sometimes you do things that you wouldn't normally do against higher competition. You guys know what I mean. And so he took a little more chances, and because he knew that it was only going to take 1 or 2 shots to put this guy down. He already knows that that's not the case with Tony Harrison. He's going to have to get in there and box. And again, I'm not making excuses, because I say that he still showed some of the same deficiencies that he showed in the Harrison fight. And what I wanted to see from Charlo was, I didn't want to see any of those deficiencies, and I still wanted to see him knock this guy out spectacularly the way he did. Now, he only really gave me half. Me personally, I only got half of what I wanted to see from Charlo in this fight. When you look at Fury versus Schwartz, pretty much a similar situation. We knew what Fury was supposed to do to Schwartz. Everyone knew this. I don't think anyone in their right mind, this wasn't a fight where, like Mikey versus Spence. There were actually a lot of fans, especially Mikey fans and Spence haters, that thought Mikey could do this. They really felt like Mikey could pull off this upset. Even Sugar Ray Leonard. But no one expected Schwartz to beat Fury. No one expected Cota to go in there and beat Charlo. We expected these guys to win. But the difference with Charlo and Fury is, Fury put on a performance like he was supposed to. Schwartz got a couple of lucky, not even really lucky, but Schwartz got a couple of blows on him, but he barely nudged Fury. And Fury just outclassed him, outboxed him, and then knocked him out, stopped him like he was supposed to. That's the type of performance that I actually wanted to see from Charlo. I don't know what everyone else witnessed in that fight, but I have to be honest with you guys. I know Charlo was just going to beat the guy out and eventually stop him and probably do it quick, because that means something. But those first 2 rounds, by the cards, I would actually give those to Cota. Seriously, I mean, I know I might catch a lot of flack over this, because hell, I catch flack over a lot of the things I say, so be it. But I watched that fight pretty closely, and honestly, it seemed to me as Cota had the first 2 rounds. Now, of course, we seen what the end result was, but we expected that. But we're talking boxing here. Cota's no Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison is quick, he has pop, and he counters really well. You can't be losing 2 rounds to Cota. See? Fury didn't lose any rounds to Schwartz. No. He beat the hell out of Schwartz every round, the whole fight, and then he stopped him. Charlo lost, actually, in my opinion now, Charlo lost the first 2 rounds. I think Cota outboxed him the first 2 rounds. And so what is that to say about Charlo? Because Cota is not a high-level fighter. So you shouldn't be giving up 2 rounds to a low-level fighter and then stop him, but then jump up on the road. Yeah, we back, baby. You just gave up 2 rounds. Like, let's keep things in perspective. You literally gave up 2 rounds to a B-level, at best, B-level fighter. That's just how I see it. So I can see why we're pretty unanimous about this fight not meaning anything, because, honestly, I'm glad you guys are leaning in that direction, because, hey, I like the Charlos like anyone else, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to give any fighter that I particularly like to root for any excuses. Charlo showed me he didn't show me anything in this fight. He showed me that he did what he was supposed to do, knock some guy out. But when you lose 2 rounds to a fighter that's beneath your level, then you're not showing me anything. And you're making an argument for the people that say that maybe that guy's not beneath your level. Maybe you're just a little bit better than him. Hey, if someone was to argue that, Charlo, who have you fought first? You haven't really fought that much competition. The highest level competition, in my opinion, that you did fight, you lost to Tony Harrison. And then you go in here and you knock out Cota, but you lose 2 rounds to him. So you would have to appreciate the assessment that Charlo is not all he's cracked up to be, because that's what a lot of people say. Now, Jamal Charlo, I would debate a little more. But Jamel Charlo, you just kind of letting me down, dude. You know, the Harrison fight, you know, I always say it's in the books. What's in the books is in the books. And in the books, they said Harrison won, okay? Now, I am of an old school mindset where you have to beat the champion definitively to take the belt and all of that, okay? The argument with that goes both ways, and, you know, I can accept it. Like, if a man wins, he wins. There's no beating or doing extra or whatever. I get it. I will say this. I think that fight was a swing fight. And if it was called a draw, I was fine with it. But calling a win for either of those guys, I say was pushing it. So a draw would have been good. But what I do say is I blame Charlo 100%. Forget about the scorecards. Forget about the so-called rivalry. Because if you're the champ, you should be beating that guy 9 rounds to 3, at least if it's going to go the distance. Or you should stop him. Because you're the champ. And this is why when it's in the books, I give nobody excuses. If it's in the books, it's in the books. Because if you're beating a guy 9 rounds to 3, then when it goes unanimous, you're going to win. If you stop him, you're going to win. So any of these close fights, and then the champ allowed the fight to be that close. So Charlo, you allowed the fight. You allowed Tony Harrison to be that close. So you can't get but so mad at them for calling that fight for Harrison. And then, you know, Harrison countered the heck out of you, buddy. It's not like he doesn't have a valid case. He was countering you all night long. And if you come in that fight against Harrison, looking the way you did against Cota, you're going to lose again. Because you're not going to get that easy knockout on Tony Harrison the way you got it on Cota. You're going to have to be more defensively responsible. Get off that center line when you throw, because, geez, Charlo just stays on the center line like he's in freaking Candyland, man. You know, he's good with that jab, and then he'll unload that right, but get off the center line, dude. Don't. He wants to crouch down, or you got to move. That's what lateral movement about. You're athletic, so get the hell off the center line. You make these same mistakes against Harrison again, this is why he countered you last time. All of that lunging and staying right on the center line. I mean, whatever. So, guys, thanks for the comments last week on Charlo. Again, it seems like that we're all in line with that fight not meaning anything. But as far as Mastermind is concerned, remember, guys, 150 words. Try to get those facts up because it's 30 points. Charles D, excellent comment. Alistair, excellent comment. You guys... JB hasn't dropped yet, and I can guarantee you what you guys put down won't be enough because you didn't utilize enough words. Now, if for some reason JB is AWOL this week, you know, they might be pretty good to win. But other than that, you know, for everyone who's just commenting on the videos, and we appreciate you. I'm not pushing you away, never. Just you guys want to just come in and comment and not partake in the actual mastermind competition, that is 100% fine, because one thing for sure, we still going to give you knowledge and facts on these sports. And so you can just listen for the commentary. But if you'd like to take part in the competition, which we have here, that's what this show is about. This is why you guys make the stance, because you have to win the mastermind competition. But it's your thoughts that's going to determine what stance we take on any topic. And so if you are interested in the competition, 150 words or less, it's 30 facts. You're trying to, in your comment, our team has come up with 30 facts, so you're trying to match up those facts, and they're going to be relevant facts to each topic. So drop a comment, 150 words or less, audio recording, 30 seconds or less. Hit that subscribe and that bell icon. Come join the fun. And for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.
Shit happens, niggas want me to talk about it. They love gossip, want me to talk about it. It's all over the gram, so I'ma talk about it. You heard what happened? Niggas want me to talk about it.